Welcome to the 2021 Cambridge Camera Club annual exhibition, which this year has been held entirely online because of the COVID pandemic. There are actually two exhibitions. We've got the Cambridge exhibition and we've also got our Young Photographer competition, which has been held jointly with the Rotary Club of Cambridge. The two exhibitions are identical in terms of their navigation though, so I'm going to be concentrating on the Cambridge exhibition for this video. In front of you, you have a rolling carousel, a slideshow of the entire exhibition, which of course you're very welcome just to sit and watch if you'd like to. However, the whole thing is designed to work interactively, so I'm going to be showing you how to drive the interactive system to explore the exhibitions further. Before we leave this page though, on the right hand side, we've also got information about this exhibition, which tells you about it, a bit of its history and what the awards are. We've also got information about our sponsors, and Cambridge Camera Club is hugely grateful to the people who sponsor us, particularly in this year, which has been extremely difficult for everyone. So thank you very much to all those people that have sponsored this exhibition. And there's also something about the selectors, the three people, the external people who helped us to select the images for this year's exhibition. If you're viewing the slideshow like this and you want to stop on a particular picture, then all you have to do is to move your cursor over it. That will actually stop the slideshow temporarily. It'll just sit there on that picture, and if you move your cursor away, then the slideshow will start again. So, let's look interactively. And to get into the interactive part of the exhibition, you either have to click on Explore Further, or you can just click on the image. Either of those will take you into this page here, which is telling you about the exhibition. Now in this case we've got three sections: colour, monochrome and nature, or there is the whole exhibition, and you can get into those sections either by clicking on the mosaics here or by going to the menu at the top. Exactly the same. So in this case we'll click on the colour section and this will bring up all the colour pictures. But as you'll see as we move further along, this is just the whole exhibition with a particular filter applied, and this is applying a colour filter to the section. So we are looking at only one section here. Now, a quick word about sort order. By default, the images are sorted randomly. So if you were to refresh this page, then the images would come up in a different order. And for normal viewing, for interactive viewing, that's exactly what you want. However, if you are the kind of person that likes to look at an exhibition rather more systematically, maybe stop halfway through and come back the following day, then I would suggest that you don't use the sort order, but instead you use one of the fixed sort orders, like for example ascending by author, ascending by title, or ascending by image number, for example, because that will fix the order so that when you come back you can more easily pick up where you left off. In this case we're going to leave it with default though. So what we have here, we are filtered by section, and on the menu you'll find the ability to apply other filters. So for example, this is the colour section, and we could click on that and that would take us to the monochrome section. We could click on that and that would take us to the nature section. If you clear the filter, then we end up seeing the entire exhibition. So that is the section filter. There's also an author filter. So for example, we could come in and look at the pictures just by one author. Those are the pictures by Jim Bennett. I could go in and find someone else, for example, I don't know, Nikki Gard, for example. So those are the pictures by Nikki. So you've got the ability to search by author if you're looking for the pictures from a particular person. So let's clear the author filter. You can also search by award, so you can look for a specific award, like you can say what was the winner of the Creative Award, or the winner of the Nature Award, or the winner of the Travel Award, for example. You can look for images which are, for example, commended or highly commended. And you can also look for all awards, which are that one there. So all those images have got awards. As you've probably gathered by now, any image which has got an award will also have a little rosette on the top right hand corner, and if you hover your cursor over that rosette it will show you what the award actually was. So let's clear the award filter. So that's section, author, award, but there's also keywords. So for example, I could search for images which were creative, or I could search for images which were of insects, or images which were of people, for example. So you've got the ability to be able to filter by type of image and subject matter as well. And these things can be nested. So for example, I could look in the monochrome section for those things which have a people keyword, and for example I could also say, if I wanted to filter that down for rather more, I could say find me those images in that section which are by the author Philip Earle. So you can stack these filters one on top of the other. If you want to get rid of them all, then all you have to do is just go clear all filters. You can also search by text. So for example, I could search by, I don't know, Cambridge. So for sake of argument, I can search for Cambridge, and that will find me anything which has a Cambridge keyword or has Cambridge in the title, for example, something like that. So you've got other ways of finding, and this will search in the author field, for example. So I could search for Miles here, and that would bring up all images by both Anne Miles and Philip Miles, and it would have brought up, if any of the images had got Miles in their title, it would have brought that up too. So you've also got the ability to search simply by typing in something textually here, and you can clear that by hitting the clear button. Right, so this is just by looking for thumbnails and narrowing down your search. But if you actually want to view the exhibition, all you have to do is click on the thumbnail, and this will bring up each image in its enlarged form. So you'll see the enlarged form, you'll see the title at the bottom, you'll see the author, you'll also see arrows to allow you to go forwards or backwards through the enlarged images, and also a slideshow play button. So you have the ability to play a slideshow in this view as well. You've also got keyboard shortcuts. The forward arrow and the backward arrow key on your keyboard will operate in exactly the same way. So I can click on that one, that will take me to the next image. I can click on that, that will take me to the next image. But I can also hit the forward arrow key, cursor key, and that will take me to the next image, and I can go back to the previous image, and so on. You can also, if you're on a tablet, for example, might be easier just to click on the right-hand third of the image. That will take you to the next one, and if you click on the left-hand third, that will take you to the previous image. Okay, so different ways of navigating your way around. If you know you want to find a particular image, if you hover your mouse over the image, you'll get a gallery at the bottom, and you can step through that and find a particular image and go straight to that image. That's another way of doing it. Okay, so lots of ways of finding your way through, and if I hit the play button there, or indeed you can hit the space bar on your keyboard as another shortcut for starting a slideshow, and that will now start to play the slideshow, and again it'll be about 5 seconds per slide. Right, so I'm going to hit the space bar again just to stop that. Right, we've also got, on some of the images, you'll find a little camera on the bottom right hand side. Now if you see a little camera, what that means is that there is metadata associated with this image, and if you hover your cursor over it, it will bring that metadata up. So that will give you the information about perhaps when it was taken, what camera it was taken with, what lens it was taken with, and often what the camera settings were. So this can be absolutely fascinating, a way of finding a way how certain pictures were taken. Take the cursor away and it goes. If you're interested in seeing the metadata for all images, if they're there, or if you're on a tablet where you can't actually hover your cursor, then simply clicking on the camera will make it go bright, and that will make the metadata sticky. So you can now step your way through image by image, and it will show you the metadata if there is some. And obviously there'll be a variable amount of metadata for each image depending on the person who submitted it to the exhibition. So I'm going to turn the metadata off. We also have the ability to explore further. And so hovering your cursor over the central section allows you to follow up on other images that might be related to the one on the screen. So for example, this one is from the monochrome section, so if you wanted to go and look at further images in the monochrome section, then you could click on this link here. If you wanted to go and see more images by Sheila Worcester, you could click on that link there. If you wanted to see more images which were highly commended, you could click on that link there. You could also say, well, this particular image had keywords people, street and travel, so you might say, oh, I'm interested in street photography, I'm going to click on that, and that will take you to a slideshow of images of street photography. And you can then step through those, and we're going to look at those and go, oh yeah, that's a seaside. I'm going to go and look at seaside, and click on that one, and that takes you to a set of images all about seaside. So you've got lots of different ways of finding your way around this exhibition, and hopefully a lot more interesting than just sitting there and watching a slideshow, one picture after the other. But of course you're very welcome to do that if that's what you would like to. On the right hand side, it will always tell you how many images there are in the current selection. In this case there are 21, and we are 3 images through that particular set, so it gives you an idea of where you are, how far you are through. Okay, to get out of the enlarged view, lots of possibilities. You can either click outside the enlarged area, you can click on the close button here, or if you have a keyboard you can hit on the enter or escape key. Any of those will get you out of that and back to the thumbnail view. Back in thumbnail view, we can then go back to the previous part of the exhibition by going to the index. That will take you to here if you want to, and then the home page up here will take you back to the slideshow. So this is how you find your way around this exhibition. I hope you enjoy it, I hope you like the images, and I hope you enjoy the much more interactive way we have now of presenting our exhibition.